The legal drama surrounding the movie, it ends with us as reaching a fever pitch with new court filings bringing billionaire Steve Sarowitz into the spotlight. Blake Lively is pushing to have a judge allow the jury to hear claims that Sarowitz threatened to spend $100 million to ruin both her and Ryan Reynolds. This high-stakes development is rocking Wayfarer Studios and turning a standard production dispute into a courtroom thriller that you simply cannot miss.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Meanwhile, the future of the Merc with a Mouth is officially shifting gears. Ryan Reynolds is opening up about what is next for Deadpool, and it looks like the iconic anti-hero might be hanging up his lead role for something new. Reynolds is hinting that he envisions the character as a supporting player in future team-ups rather than the star of his own solo features, and he already has specific ideas written down for how to make that happen. The financial fallout from the conflict between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni continues to mount as the trial date approaches. Lively is now claiming that she suffered over $60 million in reputational harm due to a smear campaign allegedly orchestrated by Baldoni and his team. With legal experts and court documents breaking down every dollar lost, this battle has become one of the most expensive and bitter feuds in modern Hollywood history. Finally, the Marvel Cinematic Universe might be getting a major shakeup involving some heavy hitters. Oscar Isaac is fueling rumors about a supernatural Midnight Suns project and is publicly backing the idea of casting Ryan Gosling as the next Ghost Rider. It is a dream team-up that has fans buzzing across the internet. If you want to keep up with all these entertainment updates as they drop, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications. Imagine having $1 billion and allegedly deciding that the best way to spend it is to go to war with Hollywood royalty. That is exactly where we find ourselves today, as a massive $300 million legal battle involving Blake Lively and the production company Wayfarer Studios takes an increasingly ugly turn. At the heart of this chaos isn't just the film, It Ends With Us, or even the well-documented friction with Justin Baldoni. It is billionaire businessman Steve Sarowitz, the man behind Paylocity and a co-founder of the studio itself. New court filings have pulled back the curtain on some truly shocking allegations. Lively's legal team is fighting tooth and nail to get a specific comment in front of a jury. They claim Sarowitz boasted he would spend a cool $100 million just to, and I quote, ruin the lives of Blake Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds. Now, you might be thinking, is that even possible? Well, that is precisely what the court is debating. Her lawyers argue this isn't just heated trash talk. They see it as concrete evidence of a coordinated, high-level retaliation campaign. Of course, the defense is panicking, and for good reason. They are trying to get those comments scrubbed from the record, arguing that they are inflammatory and entirely irrelevant to the actual breach of contract claims that remain. It is a classic high-stakes legal standoff. One side wants to paint a picture of personal vendetta, while the other wants to keep the focus strictly on the corporate paperwork. It is fascinating to watch, especially because Sarowitz has built his reputation on tech innovation and philanthropy, not messy Hollywood litigation. Yet, here he is, caught in a spotlight that could fundamentally change how a jury views this entire saga. Even though a judge recently tossed out 10 of the original 13 claims, including the more explosive allegations of sexual harassment, the fight over retaliation is still very much alive. If those alleged threats are allowed into the courtroom, the entire narrative of this trial could shift overnight. So, what do you think? Is this a genuine case of corporate bullying that needs to be exposed, or is this just a legal strategy to distract from a simple business disagreement? Drop a comment below, and let's get into it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the business of Hollywood, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more updates on the cases shaking up the industry. What if the Merc with a Mouth decided to retire from the spotlight? We all know Ryan Reynolds as the face of the Deadpool franchise, but in a surprising twist, the actor is hinting that the future of Wade Wilson might look a little different. During a recent chat on Sunday Sit Down Live, Reynolds dropped a bombshell. He's actually written some new material for the character, but don't expect another solo outing. Instead, Reynolds views Deadpool as a quintessential supporting player, the kind of wild card who is better utilized in a group setting rather than carrying the weight of a whole movie on his own shoulders. It is a bold take for a franchise built entirely on his charm, but it makes perfect sense for the chaos he brings to the screen. Naturally, the rumor mill is already spinning, with fans speculating whether we will see him pop up in Avengers: Doomsday. While Reynolds has been quick to downplay those rumors, noting he hasn't stepped on that set just yet, the anticipation is palpable. With Doomsday shaping up to be a massive love letter to the X-Men, featuring icons like Patrick Stewart and Channing Tatum, it feels like the perfect playground for a character as unpredictable as Deadpool. Could this be the final curtain call for this version of the mutant universe before the big reboot? We want to hear what you think. Would you rather see a Deadpool 4 or enjoy him as a chaos maker in the larger Marvel ensemble? Drop a comment below, and if you enjoyed this update, hit that subscribe button to keep up with all things Marvel. After all, even the biggest legends have to share the stage eventually. Ever wonder what a $64 million reputation is actually worth? Because for Blake Lively, that is exactly the price tag she is putting on the fallout from her high-profile conflict with It Ends With You's co-star Justin Baldoni. As their legal showdown heads for the courtroom, we are getting a rare, raw look at how Hollywood stars quantify the damage caused by a public smear campaign. Behind the glitz of the red carpet, Lively's legal team has enlisted marketing experts to break down the cold, hard math of reputational harm. They are pointing to millions of impressions, phrases like mean girl and bully, that they claim were weaponized to dismantle her standing in the industry. But Baldoni isn't backing down. His team argues that Lively's reputation was already a matter of public debate long before they ever stepped on set, essentially claiming that you cannot tarnish a reputation that was already under fire. What started as an adaptation of a beloved book has spiraled into one of the most complex, messy legal battles we have seen in years. We're talking about allegations of sexual harassment, retaliatory media plans, drop talent agencies, and even subpoenas involving Taylor Swift. It's a classic Hollywood, he said. She said gone nuclear, involving everything from secret voice memos to high-stakes PR crisis firms. Is this a genuine pursuit of justice, or just a calculated game of chess where the pawns are movie careers and the board is the court of public opinion? As the judge noted, there is some evidence that a plan to harm Lively's career may have been in the works, but the jury will ultimately decide if this backlash was organic or manufactured from the top down. Whatever the verdict, this case has already changed how we view stars behind the scenes. It highlights a dark, often ignored reality. When professional relationships sour in the spotlight, the price of silence, or speaking out, can be astronomical. Are we finally seeing the abuser playbook being dismantled, or is this just the newest, most expensive form of celebrity theater? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe for the latest updates on this unfolding drama. Because in Hollywood, the biggest scenes often happen when the cameras stop rolling. Imagine the Marvel Cinematic Universe taking a turn for the dark, gritty, and supernatural, because Oscar Isaac might have just let the cat out of the bag. The star of Moon Knight just dropped a bombshell that has the internet buzzing, and honestly, it is the crossover we didn't know we needed until this very second. During a recent podcast appearance, Isaac confirmed that Marvel Studios has been quietly discussing a project centered on the Midnight Suns. Now, if you are not familiar with them, think of this as the Avengers, but for the things that go bump in the night. Isaac emphasized that this isn't just another flashy superhero flick. He mentioned that the themes are grounded, challenging, and require a serious touch to get right. But here is the real kicker. When the conversation turned to casting, Isaac went straight for the jugular. He explicitly gave his blessing for Ryan Gosling to suit up as the Ghost Rider, calling it a total no-brainer. And let's be real, he is not wrong. Gosling has already expressed interest in the role, and the thought of him bringing his signature intensity to the spirit of vengeance is absolute perfection. We could be looking at a roster that includes Mahershala Ali as Blade, potentially rounded out by characters like Moon Knight, or even fresh faces like Elsa Bloodstone. While nothing is officially set in stone yet, the momentum is undeniable. A supernatural team-up like this could be the breath of fresh air the MCU needs to shake up the status quo. What do you think? Is Ryan Gosling the perfect choice to wield the Hellfire? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with all things Marvel. After all, in a universe this big, you never know what kind of chaos is lurking just around the corner.